1. The Clean-First Procrastinator. Before starting their assignment, they must clean the desk, the cupboard, the entire house. They say, I can't focus unless my room is clean. Next thing you know, they're deep cleaning the back of a switchboard. They're not lazy. They're just busy avoiding the actual task. Somehow, productivity becomes a loop of unrelated productivity. And yes, the room looks amazing, but the task? Still untouched. 2. The Chronically Planning Procrastinator, aka the architect of the perfect plan. That's never followed. This one doesn't dive into the task. No. They strategize first. They begin with a to-do list, then a color-coded weekly planner. Then, wait, let's make a Notion dashboard for maximum alignment. They spend 2 hours planning how they'll use the next 1 hour. Efficiency? It's more like spreadsheet therapy. They say things like, if I don't plan it right, I'll waste time. Once I map everything out, I'll crush it. Except, they never get to the crush it part, because after the plan comes a better plan, then a revised plan, then a motivational playlist, then a 17-minute YouTube video on how to be productive. By the time they're done, the day is gone. But hey, the planner looks amazing on Instagram. It's not laziness, it's perfectionism in planner form. They love the idea of being productive, just not the chaos of actually starting. 3. The Scroll-Hole Procrastinator. They open their phone to check the time. Now it's been 47 minutes. They're watching a capybara eat watermelon on loop. One reel turns into 5, then 47. Then suddenly it's dark outside. They say, I'll just take a 5-minute break. But their screen time report says, you lived here. 4. The Last-Minute Miracle Worker. They will wait until the last second, but somehow still deliver. Their fuel? Adrenaline. Their superpower? Panic. They say things like, I work better under pressure. And you know what? Sometimes it's true, but also they're dying inside. Every deadline is a near-death experience. 5. The Existential Avoider, aka the philosopher in pajamas. They're not lazy. They're just spiraling. They sit down to write an assignment. But suddenly, the questions start flooding in. Why am I even doing this? Will this grade matter in 5 years? What's the point of it all? Who decided essays are even useful? Is productivity just a social construct? Next thing you know, they're lying flat on the floor, staring at the ceiling. Laptop? Still at 3% battery. Unopened. This isn't procrastination. This is a full-blown identity crisis, disguised as a study break. They're not trying to escape work. They're trying to understand the universe first. 6. The Multitasking Magician. They're working, but also watching a documentary, and replying to messages, and reheating coffee for the 3rd time. And, oh wait, they forgot what they were doing. They wear busy like a badge of honor, but deep down, they're just scared to focus on one thing, because one thing equals real effort, and effort equals fear of failure. So they juggle and drop everything. 7. The Inspiration Waiter. They believe in divine timing. Inspiration will strike any moment now. And while they wait for that magical spark, time passes, deadlines pass, life passes. They say, I can't force creativity, which is sometimes true, but mostly it's fear dressed in poetry. 8. The Guilt-Ridden Netflixer. They know they should be working, but they also really want to watch that one episode. Okay, maybe 2. Okay, just one more. Half the fun is ruined by guilt, and the rest is spent pausing the show to check the time. They're not enjoying the break. They're just punishing themselves in HD. 9. The Self-Sabotaging Perfectionist. They want it to be perfect, but that pressure crushes them. So they delay, because if they try and fail, that hurts. But if they don't try at all, at least they can say, I just didn't have time. It's protection, but it's also a trap. Okay, let's take a breath. If you saw yourself in one or all of these types, you're not broken. You're just a human, trying to create, perform, and survive in a world that's constantly shouting, do more, be more, faster. But guess what? Rest is not a crime. Delay is not failure, and your worth is not measured in completed tasks. Procrastination is rarely about laziness. It's fear, perfectionism, burnout, anxiety dressed in sweatpants. So be gentle with yourself. Start small. One step, one line, one decision. Progress isn't loud. Sometimes it's just quietly choosing to try again. This was Think Thread, and if you don't hit subscribe, I'll assume you're just procrastinating on that too. So save us both the mental spiral. Backhand index pointing right, tap that button. Let's procrastinate together, but intentionally. Thanks for watching.